Greetings, friends of the truth. Awaken is to evolve spiritually. I would like to remind you that there is an enormous change occurring in the way that most people see the world. People are waking up to the fact that conflict needs to cease and that harmonious conversation and discussion between all races, nations, cultures, political factions, and business and religious leaders must be started with the intent to cooperate together to ensure that every form of poverty and abuse is eradicated planet-wide and that every human is honored and respected as a child of God. Much preparation has already been done, and there are many working tirelessly towards this end, each one holding the intent to make this happen adds powerfully to the energies of love inundating the planet. Now is the time for inspiring changes to occur in the way humanity relates to itself and to all sentient life forms, so that you move away from what has been normal for so long on earth: righteous judgment, disagreement, betrayal, violent conflict, and abuse, and into your true nature. The true nature of every sentient life form is love, but due to the illusion of separation, fear has been nurtured instead. And as your earth history clearly shows, that simply has not worked. Fear is divisive and causes people to shut down into themselves, believing that it is essential for their survival. It seems that when things are going fairly smoothly, people enjoy disliking, judging, and distancing themselves from others over petty issues of no real importance. And yet when floods, earthquakes, or similar disasters happen, love blossoms as all rush to cooperate and help each other. Awareness of the irrationality of these totally opposite attitudes and behaviors is growing rapidly, as it needs to, and this is bringing in great changes that will massively boost humanity's spiritual evolution. To awaken is to evolve spiritually, and that is humanity's divine and inevitable destiny. The world will not end in a nuclear catalysm, and nor will it cease to support sentient life forms, because you are waking up and dramatically changing your attitudes and behaviors. The present conflicts are the end game. They are the last insane attempts by those who are rich, ego-driven, and powerful to control humanity. They have spent eons on this project, which has always been destined to fail. There have been times when they seemed to be winning and much of humanity was supposed to enslaved. However, because you are divine beings and your true nature is love, self-centered, egoic agendas that can never be in alignment with it are bound to fail. Love is all that exists. Nothing else is real. But while you are in human form, it is very difficult for you to remember that you are playing games in an illusory environment that you constructed purely for the purpose of experiencing the unreal, the impossible. Being powerful because that is how created you. you are able to construct an unreal and survival-threatening environment that appears utterly real. Collectively, you have now had enough of these painful and at times quite terrifying games, and you have chosen to bring them to an end. Consequently, the conflicts presently occurring will cease due to lack of support, and those who have organized them will find themselves without willing minions to carry out their orders. Humanity wants peace and a safe environment in which to live creatively with their loved ones, and those who are or who have been severely damaged by violent physical or psychological abuse will respond with relief and gratitude to the many now offering them love and compassion, allowing them to acknowledge and release all the pent-up anger and resentment that has been driving them relentlessly into violence against others. Everyone wants peace, even those who appear to want only violence. Violence arises out of fear, out of a sense of worthlessness or unlovableness. And in truth, there are none incarnate who have not experienced those feelings. Now awareness is growing very rapidly that feelings like are totally invalid. Every sentient being is a beloved child of God who has been created perfect and who remains perfect. Therefore, no one is in any way unworthy or unlovable. The utterly unacceptable and often horrifying behavior in which a minority engage is in a complete opposition to their true natures, which they have kept hidden out of fear as they negotiate their way through the violent environments in which they find themselves seemingly trapped. Environments that are sometimes very physical and at others times exist only in the minds of those individuals. These fears arise in response to abuse, which has been endemic on Earth for eons, and which over the last few decades has finally been seen for what it is, namely a self-destructive cancer that annihilates those who engage in it, and not, as previously understood, a sensible and reasonable form of discipline imposed on those who break society's rules. Many are now deeply engaged in reaching out to those hurt and damaged ones lovingly and compassionately, mostly as a result of the abuse they themselves have suffered, which has, over time, led them to an awareness that conflict resolves nothing, in the understanding that reaching out with love and compassion does provide a safe space in which healing can occur. This has been their experience, and they want to only to share with as many and the hurt and damaged ones as they can. They are very ably demonstrating love in action. Love in action is the most powerful force in existence, being the only force in existence, as others are unreal, illusory, and will collapse in on themselves, being nothing at all, even though as humans you often perceive them as very real and dangerous. When you choose to engage only with love, fear falls away as a motivator or constant inner companion, and arises only in the moment when it is necessary to take immediate action to protect your physical bodies from harm. It draws your attention to a situation that needs to be dealt with in moment only, and that is the sole purpose. It is not meant to limit or control you, although for eons it has been used to do just that. When you choose to move through it or beyond it, it can no longer be used to control you, and you will feel free. This is your natural state, the state in which you were created, and which you have truly never left. So today's message is simply this: go within, willingly and enthusiastically visit your holy inner sanctuary or altar where love resides permanently. Open your hearts to love and welcome it in. Then feel the warm embrace with which it enfolds you, and know that you are free and safe in every moment of your existence, because that is God's will and yours for you. And so it is done. Your loving brother, Jesus.